Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Lindsay.
I'm just going to tell everyone.
Can't hear you, Lindsay. Can't hear you.
Okay, there we go. We ready, guys? So let's start. Just wait. Feet about hip distance apart. Standing nice and tall. Shoulders away from your ears. My feet. There we go. Okay, so we will just start. We're going to go arms wide. Turn them in. And then trace your steps back. Palms down. Control. So as you're doing that, think about your spine being nice and long. Think about that little lift through your core, and then right back down. So go 4 more. Straight up, twist, in, wide, down, and down. And think about each movement. So you're up, you're twisting, you're in, you pause, you go back out. You're not swinging or using momentum at any time, right? Up, in, out, down, down. Last one, up, in. I should get my husband to come to this too. And I actually told him he was at home today. I told him to do it from home. I don't think he is though. Out, down, down. Okay, so now you're gonna go straight up, hold when you're there, and go little circles. Little circles, thinking of your upper arms moving in space. Nothing else really changes. Not quite locking your elbows, so feeling your upper arm bones just circling around. Nothing else is getting involved, right? And then go back the other way. Those little weights get heavy pretty fast. 4, 3, 2. Last one, and then lower all the way down and take a breath. Okay, so now you're gonna go straight in here, and then straight out. Pause, and then in. So think about those rotator cuffs and in. So try not to move your whole body, just rotate, control. Nice long wrists, so you're going out and in. Go 4 more. Out and in. Thinking about that nice long spine still. Top of your head is reaching up. Last 2. And in, and then go 1 more, go out. Stay there. Now you're gonna go up 2 inches and down 2. Up 2 and down 2. Good. Up and down. So up a little, pause, and then pull down, right? Not letting gravity move you. Up, you control. Go for 4. Up, control. 3 more. Control. Last 2. And down. Last one, go up, and then come right up to here. Now from there, pivot forward. And up. Pivot forward. And up. Good. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, go for 5, and up, 4 more, down, and up, 3, last 2, last 1, go here. Now you're gonna come down into a little squat, so lead with your tail as you come down, upper body hinges forward, stand right up, reach those arms, and then do it again, elbows wide, straight down, exhale, press through your heels up. So 6 there. Think about those abs deepening as you stand, and 5, 4, exhale, 3 more, last 2, straight up, and then go 1 more, all the way up, and then open those arms nice and wide. Give your shoulders a little roll up. Okay, now bend your elbows here, palms face up. Okay, so we're gonna bend straight down again. Again, elbows stay kind of glued to your sides, and then just extend back, pull in. So exhale as you reach, inhale in. Thinking about the back of your neck staying long, so you're not here, Long spine, 6, and in, go for 5. And in 4 more, your ribs are hugging around your center, right? 3, last 2, and in last one, let's reach out, stay. Now open to the side 2 inches, and in 2. Go out 2, and in 2, go for 6. Out, and in, keep them a little bit lifted, 5, and in 4 more. Out, palms face down, 3, last 2, in, last 1, out, squeeze in, stay. Now go up an inch, 1 inch, 1 inch down. 1 inch, so you're a little bit out to the side. So yeah, good guys. Exhale up, inhale down. Feel those upper arms moving in space for 5. And down, go for 4. Up, pause, and down, 3 more. Up, pause, jog, 2. And down, last one, up, over all the way. Your shoulders up. Good job. Okay, bend up here. Come down again. Stay. So you're gonna kick your right leg straight out, not letting your body move to the left, and then pull it in, right? And then you're gonna kick it behind you. Reach back, and then pull it in. Do that again. So you're gonna go out, and in, and then you're gonna go back, and in. So left leg is working the whole time, holding you nice and low. You're thinking about your left inner and outer thigh working together so that your weight doesn't shift either way. Reach, and in, reach, and in. You got 2 more each way. Out, and in. Very good, guys. Out, and in. Last one. And in. Last one here. Out, and in. Now stay with a light touch on your right toe. Stand all the way up. Reach, slow come down. All the way up. Growing tall. Inhale down. Find that length. Think about that left inner thigh kind of squeezing toward your midline as you stand. 6. And down. 5 more. And down. 4. Good job, guys. 3. And down. Last 2. And down. Last one. Stand up. Stay right there. Keep the weight light on your right foot. So you're going to lift it up in a sec. Keep your left inner thigh squeezing toward your midline. Lift that righty all the way up. Hold there. Arms out. Hold there. So keep your arms reaching. Tiny bend in your elbows. Toes down. And up. Try and keep your hips level. Waistlines are long. Inhale down. And up. Little tap. And up. Turn your palms to face up. 5 more. Tap. 4, tap, good job. 3, tap, and up. Last 2, tap, abs deepen, up. Last one, tap, right up, and then bring those arms in, step that leg down, have a little shake, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing the other way. So keep your palms facing one another, just bend straight down. Hold when you're there. Step your foot. Kick your left out without letting your weight shift to the right. Pull it in and then go back. And in, kick it out. And reach. And in. Okay, so think about what's going on with that right leg. Your right heel, your right big toe should be pressing into the mat. Your right inner thigh is squeezing toward your midline the whole time. And in, keep that upper body hinged forward. Feel those abs working the whole time, keeping you nice and steady. Got 2 more each way. Out and in. Let's reach. And in. Last one here. And back. Last one here. Pull in light touch with those left toes. Stand right up. Inhale down. So finding length not only through that right leg, but through your entire spine. And in, exhale, fingertips reach down, top of your head reaches up. 5, 4, don't quite lock your right knee. 3, 2, last 1, right up, stay there. Extra little bit of a press through your right big toe and right heel. Arms are gonna come up, stay there. Shoulders away from your ears, lift, and then tap. Inhale, up, growing tall, tap. Right inner thigh squeezes toward that midline, tap. Try not to put any weight into your right toes if you can when you come down. You won't fall like me. 1 more. Turn those palms up. 5. Going long. 4. Top of your head reaches up. 3. Last 2. Up and down. Last 1. Let's go up. Step it in. Drop those arms. Give everything. Okay, then go to a wide second position. So your heels can be as wide as the mat or about distance apart, whatever kind of feels good. Turn out your thighs, so not just your feet, your knees turn out with your thighs. And then from there, bend your elbows to little V's. Okay, so you're gonna keep your weight even in your feet. Waistline stay nice and even. Just twist your right arm, palm faces behind you, and then pull back in, and then go left. And in, so we want to kind of do that kind of a thing. Don't do it. Keep your body nice and still keep your weight even as you switch from side to side. And in, exhale, abs, and in, exhale, rotate. Good. Just about shoulder height, maybe slightly higher. That's nice. Good. Shift. And in. Now go 1 more each way. And in. Let's go left, out, and in. You're going to come down. Hold when you're low. So your upper body can stay pretty upright. It doesn't matter how low you come. Think about your thighs turning out as you do that. Now from here, turn both out. Pull them in. And in, go for 6. Reach, constant pressure through your heels. 5, pull in, go for 4. And in, 3 more, exhale, abs deepen. 2, and in, last 1, out, pull in, stay. Elbows are a little bit away from your waistline, lift your right heel. Drop down, left heel, drop it down. Just your right, your hips stay pretty level, waistline stay long, up and down. Let's go up. And down and up, here and down, up and down. 1 more, left and down. Ready, both. Lift them up, stay right there, stand all the way up, reach those arms. Pull right in, up, slow pull in, go for 4. Slow as you bend down. Doesn't matter how low you go. 3. If that bothers your feet, Tracy, you can keep your heels down too. Or anyone. Last 1, up, pull in, lower those heels, straighten them out. Have a little roll up. Nice work, guys. Okay, now let's come onto our mats. Weights handy, squishy ball handy. Just have 1 weight in either side. Okay, you don't need anything to start. So just come onto your back, palms face up, find your neutral. So thinking about that little space behind your low back, ribs are tighter around your center, upper body. Actually, let's pop our hands on our hips. So just like on your hip bones there. Okay, so before we move, think about, always before you move, you want to think about engaging your abs a little bit. So think of that belly button to spine idea, just slightly pulling your belly button into your spine, not in like a big grippy kind of way. Your left knee is going to stay exactly where it is. You're just going to open your right knee to the side. So as your right knee opens, your left hip wants to move, right? You want to kind of drop over to the right side. Don't let that happen. Slowly bring that right leg back in. Same side again. So right knee opens, left hip stays heavy. And then slow, bring that right leg back in. Go for a few more on the right side. Exhale as you open. Feel how that core keeps you steady. Inhale, pulling in. Here, keeping the back of your head heavy, your collarbones are wide, shoulder blades are nice and flat against the mat. Go 1 more. Bring that leg in and then stay. Same thing, opposite way. So your right hip stays heavy as your left leg opens, and then slow bring it back. Out with control, exhale as you pull it. So really isolating, it's just that left leg moving, nothing else is changing. Go for 3. Last 2. And in, and then 1 more. Out. Come back in, and then stay when you're there. So keep that nice even weight in your hips. From here, you're gonna press into your heels, roll all the way up to a hip roll. So lifting, knees reach away from the top of your head, hold there, slowly roll all the way down. So thinking even weight through both sides of your body as you come down, your tailbone touches down last. So you're really articulating, rolling through your spine. Belly button in, your tailbone lifts, your lumbar spine lifts, your thoracic cervical, one kind of bunch at a time, really one vertebrae at a time, rolling all the way and come back to neutral. So just getting some movement through our spine here, belly button back in, exhale, press through those heels, lift high, slowly, all the way down. On the next one, we're gonna stay at the top. So pull that belly button in that little bit, press through your heels, lift those hips, and then stay. Let's give a little extra press into our left heel and left big toe while you lift your right heel. So light touch with your right foot. So you can stay here with your right foot being light on the mat, or you can lift your right leg all the way up. So holding whichever position you decide to take, we're gonna lower our hips down a little bit, and then we're gonna press back up. So thinking about your hips staying totally level as you do this for 4, 3, last 2, last 1, press up, stay, pop your right toes down, your right heel, all the way, hold there, roll all the way back down, come back to the mat, take a breath, and then come back up again. So belly button to spine, press through your heels, lifting high, hold there, lift your left heel, maybe stay with just your toes down. If you want to lift your left leg, make sure you're pressing into your right heel, right big toe, lift that lefty, and then come down again. Slow press. Inhale down, exhale press. So the more you press through your right heel and your right big toe, the more you'll feel your right glute. If you feel your back at all, go for a smaller range or bring your left toes down. Go for 2. Last 1. Press up, hold, lower those left toe, all heel, and then roll all the way down, come back to neutral. Hands behind your head. Elbows hover off the mat a little bit, tuck your chin, and then curl up to flexion. So you're looking towards your knees there. Keep those waistlines crunched in so your ribs are coming down closer towards the top of your hip bones, right? We're looking towards our knees, not the ceiling. From there, just slowly lift your right leg up. Hold it up there. So thinking about your hips staying evenly weighted, that's really the main thing I want you to focus on. From here, just tap your right toes down, and then pull your right toes back in. So move your whole leg away, and then your whole leg pulls back in. Don't just do this. Thigh moves away, thigh pulls in. Yeah, good. Now add a little upper body. Inhale back, exhale up. So this is not a break. This is work. This is still work. This should actually be harder. Coming back with your lengthen through your core. Up. 3 more if that's not harder. Back. And up. Last one. Inhale back. Exhale up. Lower your right toe, ball heel, lower all the way down. Take a breath. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, tucking your chin that little bit, curl forward, stay. Lift your left heel, stay there. Right hip stays heavy, lefty up. So keep your upper body still for the first 2, just your leg moves away, and then your leg pulls in. Remember your whole thigh away, and then pull it back in. Add that upper body, leg away, upper body comes down. Exhale, curling up. Inhale down. Good for 5. Exhale up. Go for 4. Slow. 3. Same with that belly button, pulling gently in towards your spine as you come up. Last one. Lower your left toe ball heel, lower that upper body all the way down and take a breath. Awesome, okay. So now from here, grab your squishy ball, pop it underneath your right foot. All right, so again, I'll give you a couple options. Remember, you do not need to take the hardest option. Really listen to your body. So if you try the hardest option and you feel your back or it just doesn't feel good, just take it back a notch, all right? Hands behind your head again. Tuck your chin that little bit, curl up to flexion and stay here. So your right foot is a little bit light on the ball. Instead of just dropping your weight into it, stay a little bit light. Now, if you want to, you can let your left foot be light as well. So just your toes down. If anyone's really ambitious, you can even do that. Whatever you want to do. Slowly, we're going to reach our right leg out and then slowly pull it back in. So as you reach your right leg away, remember, do whatever option feels good. As you reach your, we'll do it this time. As you reach your right leg away, lower your upper body a little bit, find length. As you pull back in, curl forward, keeping your waistline as long on the way back, and then pulling right in, ribs towards your hips as you pull up. Go for 4. Inhaling back, that's work. Exhale up. 3, very good, everybody. Exhale up. Last 2. Last one, reaching. Exhale right up. Holding there, lower your left toes if they're up. Let your left foot be heavy, let your right foot be heavy, and then lower all the way down. Now switch over. Same thing over here. All right, so relaxing that upper body. Find your neutral again. Ribs are tight around your center. Nice even weight for your hips. Hands behind your head. Tuck your chin, curl up, holding in there. Okay, so your left foot is a little bit light, and then your right foot, you can either be here or you can be here. Keeping your hips nice and even is the name of the game. So slowly reach away and curl in. Keep that lefty light. Have that upper body. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back, that's option 2. You can also just keep your foot flat. Reach. Inhale out. Exhale up. Abs deepen. Remember, back is not a break. This is the hardest part of the work when your leg is extended and your upper body is back. 2 more. Inhale. Last one, let's go out. Hold, lower your right, let your left foot be heavy. Lower your upper body all the way down. Awesome, guys. Okay, hug those knees and have a little roll around here. One way and the other. Pop those feet back down with the ball between your inner thighs this time. And let's grab our weights if you want. You don't have to, but if you want extra. A little bit of arms, grab those weights. Okay, so let's start with arms. Whether you have weights or not, we're going to lift our right arm up, our left arm up, and then we're going to stay right there. So you want your shoulder blades to be flat against the mat. So let's find that nice neutral shoulder girdle. We're going to reach our arms straight out. So you're just lifting your shoulder blades off the mat. Your hands your weights get closer to the ceiling, and then slide your shoulder blades together. Your weights will get closer towards you. That's protraction. That's retraction. This is protraction, reaching up, and then retraction, your shoulder blades slide together. So neither of those 2 positions is where I want you to be. Let's just go through both of them one more time. Protraction, reaching up, retraction, slide those shoulder blades together, and then come somewhere between those 2 for your neutral. So your shoulder blade should be flat on your back. Your collarbone should be really nice and wide at the front of your body. You want to try and stay here as you work. So now belly button towards that spine, press through your heels, lift your hips nice and high, and stay. So your hips are lifted, ball is just between those inner thighs. Your arms are reaching overhead. So I want you to just squeeze the ball nice and tight. As you hold that squeeze, let's reach our arms overhead and then bring your arms back up to the ceiling. So when your arms go overhead, your ribs want to lift, right? Don't let your ribs move. And press, it's harder than you think, right? Arms reach, ribs stay tight around your center. And press, and let's think back to these inner thighs. So arms reach overhead. As you press your arms up, squeeze your inner thighs around that ball. Maybe give an extra press into your heels to keep those glutes active. Reach again. Exhale, press, squeeze all the way. Go for 4. Exhale, press right up. And 3. Inhale back. Exhale, press, squeeze. Go for 2. And 1 more here. Exhale, press right up, hold at the top, and then slowly roll all the way down, come right through to neutral. And then lower those weights down by your sides. There. Grab your ball. It's gonna go underneath your tailbone now. Keep those weights handy again. You can use weights, you don't have to, just listen to your body. So back of your rib cage stays heavy. Have your weights just close by, but keep your hands down by your side to start. Okay, so our hip bones should be square to the ceiling. Our ribs are tight around our center, and our shoulders really need to stay in that neutral we just talked about. Okay, from here, lift your right heel and then lift your left heel. So you're just on your tippy toes. So really light touch with your feet. Bring your right leg up to tabletop. And then bring your left leg up to tabletop. Good. So hold right there. Feel those knees staying pretty much on top of your hips. If you do feel your back, you can bring your knees closer to your chest and kind of round your spine a little bit. But if not, let's try to stay neutral. Okay, so from there, keeping those knees where they are, you can with your inner thighs a little squeezed together. We're gonna start just moving our thighs 2 inches away from us. Just 2 inches, I'm like hardly moving. And then pull them back in 2 inches. So as your thighs move away from your from your belly button, thighs move away, your abs have to work a little harder, right? Don't let your back arch with your legs. That's what wants to happen. That's pretty, no abs. That's not easy, but it's not really abs. It's not what I want you to do. Go for 2 more. And keeping those ribs tight around your center. 1 more, thighs away that little bit. Pull them back in so your knees are on top of your hips and hold. So if you want to, grab your weight in your right hand. Keep your elbow down. Lift your forearm up, and then do the same with your left. Hold right there, you ready? You're gonna lift your right arm all the way up, and then your left arm all the way up. Nice work, everybody. Okay, so really think about that neutral shoulder. You want your shoulder blades to stay flat against the mat. Super important. From here, reach your right leg all the way up. So reach, find length, and then pull that leg back in. Now go left. Exhale as you reach away. And then inhale, come back in. So right leg reaches. Let's reach our right arm overhead at the same time. And then pull back in. If you feel really unsteady, don't do the arm, just work on the legs. Reach away, lengthening right fingertips, reach away from right toes. And then switch, left fingertips, reach away from left toes. And back. Let's go again, right and right, exhale. Inhale in, left and left, exhale. Inhale in, hold it there. You ready? Now we're gonna go both arms wide to the side. And then press them back up. So arms open out, knees stay on top of your hips, exhale, back up. Arms open out, exhale, press. Now let's add on to that. So arms open out, knees open, your big toes stay together, so you come into a little diamond, and then come back together. Go for 4. And back, 3. And in, abs deepen, 2. And you ready? 1 more. Open it out and then stay. So your arms are reaching maybe on a 45-degree angle from the ground. From here, kick your right leg. So it's going to go to the side a little bit. And then bring it back in. And then go left. And in at any point, you can bring your arms up, you can bring them all the way down, whatever feels good. Right leg reaches. Think of staying as steady as you can on the ball. Left leg reaches, abs deepening, so you don't feel that low back. Let's go one more, right? And in, one more left. Back in, legs together, arms up, lower your right toes, lower your left, lower those arms. Good job, guys. Press into your heels, lift up off that ball, roll all the way down. Hug those knees in, have a little roll around there. And then when you're ready, roll on up. We're gonna come up to a 4-point kneel. We're gonna do a cat stretch after all that stuff in neutral, and then do a little 4-point kneel work. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, not in a, we'll come into this kind of position, but start in neutral. So waistline's long, ribs tight around your center. Think of having wide sitting bones and just really even weight to both sides of your body. So just a regular cat start with your tail, drop it down, scoop up through those abs, scoop up through your ribs, let your head fall down. Your neck just relax, and then come all the way out of it, back to that opposite position. And then do that again. Dropping your tail, scooping, rounding right up. And all the way out. And then go one more. Scoop those abs, rounding up. All the way out of it. And then stay here. We're going to kick our right leg straight out. So extra little press through your left knee and your left shin. And then lift that right leg up. So left knee should stay underneath your left hip. And here we're going to extend our left arm as well. So right hand is under your right shoulder, left arm reaches. Now we're going to come back into that cat stretch. We're going to pull our knee in, bring that arm back, scoop it around through your spine, and then reach all the way back up. Find length, reach fingertips away from toes, and then pull back and scoop it in. And reach. So we're going to go 4 more like that. Watch your weight. It wants to shift to the left, especially as you pull your right knee in. 3 more. Reach. Last 2. And reach, and then go one more. Scooping, rounding all the way in. Lengthen all the way back. Step your left hand down. Step your right knee down. And then sit back to a little shell stretch. Oh. Okay. Those wrists a little shake. Then right back up. So hands back under your shoulders, knees back underneath your hips. So you're going to kick your left leg straight out now. Lift your left leg up, pressing into your right knee, right shin, and then extend your right arm out in front. So we'll reach fingertips from toes there. Then you're going to pull that knee in, round your back as you pull underneath, and then lengthen all the way back out. So watch that left elbow, and then watch the weight in your hips. It wants to shift to the right. And reach. So 4 more like that, scooping as you pull in and lengthen all the way. 3, scooping right in, constant pressure through that right knee. In and reach long. Last 2. And then 1 more, right on in. Reach, step your right hand down, step your left knee down, and then sit back to that shell stretch again. Oh. Oh man. Shake that out. Okay, and then come to seated. So weights can be handy. Grab your ball again. connect to here. We're gonna do that mid-ab one. We did that.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
None of this.
You're right. Exactly. So it's really easy for hip flexors to take over in these. So if you do feel your hip flexors like right away, or if you do it at any point, just open your knees out like this. It does kind of let them go a bit. But start here, arms reaching, sit up really nice and tall. So we're gonna scoop back onto that ball. Yeah, so rolling your pelvis back. Like actually think about your pelvis rocking back, kind of pressing your lowest couple of vertebrae down towards your ball. Hold when you're there, and then we're just gonna go arms up, and then arms down. Arms up, and arms down. It's hard than you think, right? It looks like nothing. Go two more, keeping that spine long, so you don't want to go here, because then you're just counterbalancing yourself, right? Keep this back. And then go one more, arms up. Bring them down, and then come back up to seated, so sitting really nice and tall. Okay, we're gonna go back again. Exhale, scoop, rock that pelvis back. Hip bones. I always say if you had headlights on your hip bones, your headlights would be facing the ceiling. That's how rocked back your pelvis is. Open just your right arm to the side. And then pull in, and then just your left, open out, and in. Keeping your weight as even as you can on your hips, keeping your waistlines really nice and long, out, and in. You're ready. Now we're gonna open our right arm up to this side, add a little twist. Doesn't need to be huge, just reach behind you that little bit, and then come back through center. Doesn't matter where you go to the left. Little twist. And then back through center. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Out. And in. And then out. Back through center. And then come all the way up to seated nice and tall. Take a breath. You ready? Now we're gonna move back on the ball. So we're gonna move up on the ball. So the ball is now gonna go under, just below our shoulder blades. I'm gonna leave your abs in after this. So keep your tails tipping away from you that little bit. It would be really easy to do this and kind of imprint, like I'm pressing my low back down there. I want to try and get my tailbone tipping away a little bit. So if your ball is too high, it's going to feel real comfortable and just like you can hang out here all day. If it's too low, it's kind of back to where we were before. So you want it just below your shoulder blades. Like that. It should feel like a ton of work before you even do anything. Right, ready? No, he's not lifting his arms yet because he knows how much work it's going to be. Bring your right hand behind your head. Bring your left hand behind your head. I'm shaking already, my friends. You're going to come back just a couple of inches, and then you're going to come up a couple. So inhale as you come back, and then exhale as you come up. Don't let anything go. Keep those abs engaged on the way back. Keep them working as you come up. You've got 4 more. 3. Last 2. You got it. 1 more. Drop your legs. Okay. Pop your ball up to the side. Have a weight handy. Come onto your left side. And just stay there. You're going to start with your heels underneath your knees and your knees in line with your hips. So 90-degree angles with your legs. Right hand on your right hip, just to keep everything nice and lined up. Your left ribs are staying a little bit lifted off the mat, so they're going to want to press down to stabilize you. You're not going to let them do that. You're just going to lift your right leg up. Hold when you're up there, and then slow lower down. So when you get up there, just make sure your right leg, both legs are at right angles, right? Right. Up. And control, yeah, good. Exhale. Actually, Tony, you can bring your feet forward. So you're in a right angle. Get those feet up, there you go. Up. And slow. Up. And control. So it's work to lift for sure. It should still be work to lower. Right? Don't let them rest. I mean, you can if you want to, try not to. Come to a hover and then go back up. 3 more like this. Slow and controlled, and then back. 2. Slow and controlled. Your hips stay totally square to the way you're looking. Yeah, very good, you guys. Go one more, come up and stay. You're gonna draw circles with your knees. So think of just small circles. Your femur is drawing the circle. Got it. Hips stay still. So again, that's abs working to keep your pelvis still as your thigh bone circles around. 3, 2, last one, go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then kick that leg all the way out underneath you. So now your right heel and the top of your head are in the same line, right? From here, slowly bend back into that starting position, and then flex, reach out, straight underneath you, kick through your heel, and then do it again. Slow as you bend in, keep your waistlines long, press, reach. Good. Slow in, press out. Control in. Your waistlines are not shortening and lengthening. Really think about that. Everything stays long when your leg comes in. It's kind of not what your body wants to do. Last two like this. And then one more, let's bend in. Press, reach all the way out, and then stay. Now reach through your toes, so think length again. You're gonna bring your toes down, your big toe down towards the front edge of your mat, and then your heel down towards the back edge of the mat. Just depending on kind of your hip mobility, you may be able to touch the mat both ways, you may not be able to. I can't touch my heel down, it's totally fine. I'm really thinking about my hips staying still. That's the most important thing. I don't want to just be doing this. Tap, so again, that's where core comes into it. Core is keeping your pelvis still. Tap, and down, go for 4 more. Tap, and down 3 more. Tap, and down, last 2, and down, last 1. Tap, and back, and then reach straight underneath you. You ready? We're almost done. Toes up to the front edge of your mat, and then heel up to the back edge of your mat. So in a U shape is what it is. Up and up. Doesn't matter how big the U is, stability again is the most important. Focus here, up and up. So that's lateral rotation at the front and then medial rotation at the back. 3 and back, go for 2. And back, last one, up and back, and then bend all the way in. Very good. Come onto your back. Give your right glute a little stretch. So right foot in front of your left knee. Hug behind that left knee. So trying to stretch in neutral, keeping your shoulder blades still flat, keeping your tailbone a little bit heavy instead of just rounding everything forward. Take a nice couple of breaths down. Okay, and then grab your squishy ball. Come to the same side. Your right leg is just going to rest on top of the squishy ball. Don't worry. It's going to be a left inner thigh focus here. So left leg reaching straight. Hips are stacked. So your right waistline likely wants to crunch in like this. Let's keep it really nice and long. Feel that length. Keep your left ribs that little bit lifted. You can just let your right foot rest on the ground. You're just kind of getting it out of the way with the ball. If you want to flex your glute, you can lift your foot. Mine's killing me, I'm bringing it down. Reach out through your left toes. Your left knee is pointing the same way you're looking. You're just going to lift that left leg up and then hold when you're up there. So squeeze up nice and high, good, and then slowly control back down. So that's left inner thigh. Think of lifting from the top of your inner thigh, lowering down with control. Lift, little squeeze, and control. So each time you lift that leg, get to that high point. Squeeze up, pause, and control. Squeeze up, pause. Good. Go for 5, keeping your waistline long. And down, go for 4. And down, 3 more. Last 2. control. Go one more, squeeze up and stay. Circle that leg around, just small little circles. 4, 3, 2. Last one, go the other way. Go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and then lower all the way down. Good job, guys. Okay, right up. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So keep that. Actually, we can get our ball after we do our stretching. It doesn't need to be too heavy. So start at that 90-degree angle. So your hips are stacked, knees are in line with your hips, and then your heels are in line with your knees, right? And neutral. So you have that little space if you were lying on the back, on your back, you have that little space behind your lumbar spine. Same idea when we're on our side, right? Right ribs stay lifted. Lift that lefty up so it's about hip height. If you go too much higher, your left hip wants to roll back. You don't want to let your hip kind of move with you. It's your femur moving in that hip socket. Exhale up, inhale slow. Up, control. So each time you lift your leg, think about your abs deepening just that little bit. Feel that connection through your core, abs, leg. Control. Exhale. Inhale back down. Go for 4 more. And down, 3 more. And down, last 2. And down, last one, squeeze up and stay, hold there. You ready? Circle your knee around, just small little circles. Think about your femur making the circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then kick all the way out, reach through your heels, so straighten that leg right underneath you, take a breath, and then bend it back in. Do that again, so find length, that entire left side of your body, your right side is still that little bit lifted, and then bend back in. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale. Slow and controlled back. You've got 4 more. And slow. 3, find length. And in, last 2. And then go 1 more. Exhale, press all the way up, reach right up through that heel. Okay, now reach toes. You're gonna come down to the front edge of your mat, big toe leads. Come to the back edge of your mat, your heel leads. So that's medial rotation as you come forward, and then lateral rotation as you come back. Try to keep your hips as still as you can. It's a little tricky when you roll from lateral, from medial to lateral. And down. Tap. And back. So a little bit of movement through your hips are fine, but try not to just move your hips. This is about mobilizing your hip joint, right? So just getting as much movement through your hip joint as you can. 1 more. And back, and then reach straight out underneath you, hold you ready. You're gonna do the opposite now. So you're gonna come up in lateral rotation at the front, so leading with your toes, and back leading with your heel, that's medial. And lead with your heel as you come back. So that's a U shape up, and back, go 5 more. And back 4 more. And back 3. Last 2. And back, last 1. And back, and then come all the way in. Okay, we'll give that left hip a little stretch out. So left foot in front of your right knee, hug that right knee in nice and tight. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Remember, try to stay neutral again. So to stretch. So instead of rounding forward, hug that knee in tighter. Okay, and then grab your squishy ball, pop it underneath your left knee. We'll do that right under your thigh now. So lie flat again, feel the right tips of your toes reaching away from the top of your head. Your right knee is pointing forward, your left foot is just out of the way with that ball. And then you're just gonna lift your right leg up. So lift up nice and high. Make sure it's not just your toes that are kind of reaching up to the ceiling. Make sure it's your whole leg, yeah. Slow lower down to a hover and then do it again. Exhale as you squeeze, inhale as you come down. So each time you lift, think of your abs deepening a little bit. Keep your right ribs that little bit lifted. Abs stabilize you as your leg lifts and down. And get to the high point each time. Squeeze that inner thigh, get up there and down. Go for 6. Squeeze, control, exhale, 5. Squeeze, control, 4. And down, last 3, squeeze, and down, last 2, and down, last 1, squeeze up, and then stay. From there, circle around, small little circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, pause, go the other way. Small little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then lower all the way down. Woo. Okay, good job, guys. Come right back onto your arms. Let's give those inner thighs a little stretch out. We're going to do one more little bit here. So you can let the soles of your feet come together, let your knees just fall open. As far as that feels good. Take a nice couple of breaths. And then stretch your legs back underneath you. So legs can be about hip distance apart. We're going to do some roll-ups. So there's lots of different ways we can modify these. Let's see how we feel though. So we're gonna start with our legs reaching. We're gonna go all the way up. If you feel like you can come all the way up, you need to grab onto your legs to come up or press into the ground. That's okay too. Just kind of see how it goes. All right, so reaching for your toes, it's a good one to kind of work towards being able to come all the way up. Reach those arms overhead. So you're neutral here. You have that little space behind your low back. Your ribs are tight around your center. Now your arms come up, tuck your chin in, your ribs move down towards your hips, and then you're gonna curl all the way up. Reach out to those toes, and then stack back up, and then we'll come back down. Rolling all the way. Nice and slow, and oh, very good, guys. Reach, really, really nice. Reach those arms back, and then do that again. So arms come up, ribs are tight around your center. Think about your abs deepening. Totally fine to grab onto your legs. Press your heels into the mat as you come up. Reach out, stack up, and then do that again. So rolling back, one vertebra presses down, rolling all the way up. Very good. Reaching back. So you can keep going like that. If anyone wants an add-on, go like this. Tuck your chin as you curl up. Bring one leg up to tabletop. Holding there. Beautiful. Slowly roll back, scooping all the way. Lower that leg back down. Reach those arms. And then do the same thing left. If you did that, tuck your chin. Right hip stays heavy. Left leg comes up. You'll stay in that little scoop. Good. And then slowly roll back, nice and controlled. Reach that leg all the way down. Let's do another one each way or both legs down, whatever you were working on. Tuck. Holding up there, good. Slowly lowering down. Really think even weight to both sides of your spine. Stretch that leg out. Arms reach. And then one more here, tucking. And then stay. Good job, guys. Really, really nice. Okay, now hug your right knee in. Stretch your left leg straight out. So keep your left toes kind of reaching away from the top of your head. Feel that you're neutral here even as you're stretching. And then bring that right leg all the way over to the left side of your body. Reach your right arm out. So right knee reaches away from your right fingertips there. Take a nice couple of breaths there. And then bring that right leg back up. Send it right out underneath you. And then go left. Same thing left. So your left knee pulls in. Keep your right toes reaching away from your left knee. Hips stay nice and level. Collarbones stay nice and wide. And then pull that left leg all the way over to the right side of your body, reaching out through your left fingertips. So left knee reaches away from your left fingertips. And then bring that left leg back through center. Hug both knees in, roll right on up, and then come back to a 4-point knee. We'll do one more little stretch bit here. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips again. Find that neutral. You're gonna come right into a plank for just a second. Kick your right heel out. So really feel that stretch. Reach your right heel away from the top of your head. Same with your left heel reaches away from the top of your head. And then tuck your chin. Pick up those abs as you press back to a downward dog. So holding when you're there, get those heels as low as you can to the mat. Press, and then lift them up nice and high so you're right on your tippy toes. And then do that again, so heels drop below. Good, and then lift those heels up. Go one more, drop those heels down. And then let's bend our right knee, press your left heel down. And then switch. And switch. Switch. And switch. And then lift both heels nice and high. Let's step our right foot in between our hands. Drop your left knee down. Taking a little lunge there. Your left hip flex for a little bit of a stretch out. A couple of breaths. And then turn that right leg out. And let that right hip have a little stretch. Take a nice couple of breaths. Hold your sweat down and we'll wait for a couple more breaths. And then curl your left toes under, step your right foot back, step your left foot in, drop that right knee down. So hanging that lunge again. You can stay here too, you don't have to do the pigeon or somewhere. Feeling that right hip flexor. You can lean into it really as far as it feels good. And then if you want to do that pigeon, bring that leg across and then far down as that feels good. And then walk those hands back under your shoulders, curl your right toes under, step your left back, press back to that downward dog, drop those heels as low as you can, and then walk your hands in. Hang in that forward fold. And then you can just roll all the way up. Lovely work, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. I'll see you soon.